Hi, my name is Nikki Fredrikson, and on this edition of Meet the Wolfpack, I am joined by men's soccer player Keenan Wallace. Keenan, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So Keenan, your family has quite a bit of history with the Wolfpack soccer team. So dad was a coach and both your brothers played on the team. So how did that influence you kind of growing up and wanting to come play?
Well, just like growing up and being around the program so much with my dad coaching, like I must have been like 4 or 5, always coming to practices and always being around games, and having my older brothers being somewhat of like my role models growing up, and then seeing them make the transition from like rep soccer and youth soccer to TRU, it just kind of, that was something that I wanted to do as well. And being so familiar with the program throughout like probably 10 years, over 10 years, it just made the transition so easy, and it was just always something that I wanted to do, be a part of TRU.
Awesome. So when you were younger and you were at the practices, like when you were a little kid, would you kick around the balls with the team, or were you just kind of sitting, hanging out?
Well, when I was younger, I'd obviously be on the sideline kicking around, but as I got older and better, there was, in certain drills, I was able to like step in and actually play with the team. And
that's cool.
yeah, it was a really good experience growing up to be given that opportunity, and then as well as like get to know the guys. Like a lot of guys that are probably 6, 7, maybe 10 years older than me, I'm still good friends with.
Yeah.
Through like meeting them through TRU.
That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Now, how much older are your brothers than you?
Justin is my oldest brother. He's 5 years older than me, and Nolan is the middle brother, and he's 3 years older than me.
3 years, okay. That's cool. So growing up, you guys probably played soccer all the time, so you guys are pretty close?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
Awesome.
I was like the younger one, so I was the one always getting beat up and picked on, and
tagging along.
Yeah, I would definitely tag along. Mm-hmm.
Very cool. So last year you spent the year redshirting for the Wolfpack, and this year was your first year actually on the team, or full member on the team. So what is the difference from being like a redshirt to actually being like a full team member?
Well, being a redshirt last year, like I tried my best to be like as part of the team as I could. Like I showed a lot of dedication showing up to practice like whenever I could, and I was lucky enough to be on the travel squad. Nice. So when the team traveled, I was able to travel with them and go to the games. So it's not like a huge transition, but like this year I get to play, and I was able to have like a good role in the team. So that was really good, and it was a nice change.
Do you have a most memorable game from this season?
There's definitely a couple, but the one that was really stood out for me is the first game against UBC. I was given the opportunity to start, and for me that was pretty big, because like UBC is kind of the team in our conference. They're the powerhouse, and for my first CIS game to be able to start and play against a quality team like that was very important. And I just remember when we did the walk out to do the starting lineup and the introductions and singing "O Canada," like that, like I finally made it to the university level. Like through all those years being around the program, like I'd finally made it to that point, and it was a big moment. It was pretty cool to experience that.
That is really cool. So when you're not playing soccer and not going to class, what are you doing? Like what do you like to do in your free time?
Well, my family's very active, so like my mom, she likes to rope us into all of our activities, so like mountain biking, cross-country skiing, downhill skiing, that's a lot of stuff that we do. And then some stuff that I dabbled in a little bit with some of my high school friends is like free climbing and that. I'm not the best, but some of my friends are pretty good, so I was able to like get given the opportunity to try stuff out like that.
So where do you guys go free climbing?
Like there's like certain mountains. I can't remember the names. Like probably only gone a handful of times.
Yeah.
But it's pretty nice to just get out and experience like the environment and just like kind of get away from the city to just do something interesting and different.
Yeah, that is cool. So free climbing is like when you're like rock climbing, just like not with any rain cuffs. That's cool.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not the best, so I probably stick to the simpler stuff.
Yeah.
But some of my friends are pretty cool and they can get pretty high. I could never do that, but yeah.
And you are from Kamloops, so do lots of your friends come out to like the home games and cheer you on?
Well, a lot of them have kind of like moved on to different universities and gone and done their own thing, but the few that are still here, yeah, they like to come out and support, and it's nice. It's nice to have like friends and family that are in town that can come support me at soccer.
Yeah, that's cool. So with school, what courses are you taking this semester?
I'm currently in business, so taking like accounting courses, economics courses, stuff like that. Yeah, the math courses I generally do better in, so those are ones that I enjoy.
And long term, what is your dream job?
Long term, well, I like finance, and that's one thing I'm very interested in. But being an actuary is kind of something that I'm like really looking into right now. It has to do with like a lot of stats and math, stuff that I excel at. So that's kind of my dream job at this point.
Cool. Okay, what are 3 interesting things?
Okay, 3 interesting things. I don't know, I've always been quite the athlete. Like growing up, I played rep hockey. So I did that till high school, kind of got to a point where need to focus more on soccer and other things. And then in high school, I picked up basketball, and that was pretty fun. And yeah, I played grade 8 to grade 11 and grade 12, kind of want to focus on school and soccer more. So that's, those are some interesting things, I guess.
And I'm just curious, why, was there any time in your life where you thought maybe not going to TRU to play soccer, like if you wanted to go somewhere else, or was it always like your family's played here and built this program, so you just wanted to do that?
Yeah, there's definitely, like I was definitely looking to other schools and like viewing my options, but when it came down to it, like TRU is just such a nice fit for me and an easy transition. And coming out of high school, it was just like where I was in my life is just so simple and easy, and the right decision to stay at TRU.
Perfect. Now, I'm going to ask you, would you be able to give a prospective athlete of the Wolfpack any advice?
Perspective? Well, just set your goals early and like keep reminding yourself and just stay patient. Like, it's very much about the process and doing the little things that like build up over time to turn you into the athlete that you want to be. Yeah, so it just takes time and patience and the dedication to your sport.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I will let you go, but have a good rest of the semester.
Thank you very much.
Now, that has been Meet the Wolfpack with Keenan Wallace from the soccer team.